Hello, we're a
Hello!
lemon knife.
We're here with our top 100 songs, number 50 to number 41. And
Yes,
John,
the witching hour of them.
why don't you take it away with the witching hour?
I will
of
take it
them.
away. My number 50 is The Feast and the Famine by The Foo and the Fighters. And this is just a great, I think The Pretender was on your list earlier, another great one. This is just kind of in a similar vein, this kind of big, high-octane, like pounding, big choruses, lots of different things going on. One of Dave Grohl's nice, just like straight-up aggressive song performances, and I think it's about his roots in the DC punk scene.
Oh, yes, that's right, isn't it?
Yeah, that's that.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. That makes it even a better Virginia choice.
Yeah, I think that's why he picked it for that.
That's
like,
right. I mean, well, not Dave Grohl, but like the song itself.
Oh, yeah,
is what
yeah.
I meant.
Well, I think also that was off Sonic Highways where he had each one recorded in a different city, right? And I think he did that for DC.
But like even more so is what I was thinking. Yeah,
we've
like,
had it as our state song for Virginia.
It's like even better than it just being Grohl-y.
Yeah.
Grohl-y. Number 50, high octane, I think, and straight ahead in a different way, is Back in Black by AC/DC. Because, you know, who hasn't heard this song and just felt badass after it? Yeah, just perfect, just like, yeah, walking like that down the sidewalk song. And the way it builds up at the end really is what caps it, I think. Just down, that big riff at the end is just like fantastic. It is that almost kind of makes the song, or maybe not quite at the end, but like near the end.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what a fantastic straight ahead rock song, like peak classic.
There's something where even just like straightforward drums can be really effective. Because it probably wouldn't be as good if he was trying to do something fast or fancy. He's just doing dunk.
He's surfing it.
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
There is a great comedy skit somewhere about like AC/DC auditioning drummers, and every time they play a drum track, and it's the same drum track, and the guitar starts playing along, and it's like it really is just that same. No insult to him. He's probably very good, but it doesn't always show.
My number 49 is, I think we've got a pair of very obvious classic rock staples here, both because they are great songs. Mm-hmm. My number 49 is Gimme Shelter.
Oh, yes.
To go with that, and, you know, there's a reason it's featured in every Scorsese movie except his Rolling Stones movie. It is just, like, such, like, a pretty song. I use the word pretty again. But just like those guitar chords, that nice kind of like watery feel to them, and then kind of you've got the backing vocals with the rape murder part, just like incredible, heart piercing.
Because that's interesting. I would call the song kind of the opposite of pretty, not the opposite of
well,
pretty.
Well, like
the
intro especially.
The intro,
is
yeah.
Like, it's kind of like soulful, like that kind of.
Yeah, I guess the intro. I think that I've associated the intro so much with what's coming next that it's like I don't know if I say pretty.
I don't know. I almost feel like the entire song is kind of like.
I think it's gritty as hell and just like
sense.
rips into it. Yeah.
But it's very like bluesy.
Maybe
that's
sure.
How I'm feeling it. Yeah. What is your number?
Not saying you're wrong, just
49.
My number 49 is a straight ahead. We're going with straight ahead today, I guess. Straight ahead grunge number though. Straight ahead. No, straight.
Okay, I will not date any men.
Okay, hopefully you don't date anyone else. But I mean, that's for a. Nearly lost you by Screaming Trees. Oh man, wait, hang on. So yeah, nearly lost you by Screaming Trees.
Okay, Sudowodo, you can go now.
And Mark Lanigan does not sound like that.
No, he doesn't really scream on that song.
He doesn't really scream on anything.
No, well, he screams on Quatsa songs.
Doesn't he really scream on Quatsa?
Isn't he?
Nick Oliveri is the screamer in Quatsa.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I mean, Mark Lanigan definitely just has such a great voice, just like that kind of
very deep,
kind of like Tom Waitsy but melodic sort of deal. It's just really, really distinctive. But all the way around this song is just great. I love the guitar on it. I love the drums on it. Yep. I love the chorus. I love the melodies. It's just a wonderful grungy number. But yeah.
All right, my number 48 is kind of like, it's from the 2000s. It almost feels like it could be like a mod kind of song. This is Me and Mia by Ted Leo and the Pharmacists. It's got those same
Mia.
kind of like big chords. Yeah, hopefully you're not bulimia.
No.
What the song's talking about there. So it's kind of somebody with an eating disorder. But this is just this great punky, moddy song that kind of, it's got so many great touches. Like Ted Leo really singing his heart out on it. It's got kind of this like brief, funky kind of chorus, and then the bridge that, or like the kind of building into the ending is just like every ounce of him is going into
rises up. Yeah, like you can tell he feels the song.
Yeah.
I think he's experienced something like that. So.
I'm sure. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think it's been talked about. Now, the Ted Leo song that got shortlisted and then eliminated, and I'm afraid is Under the Hedge.
Oh yeah, that's a great song too.
Great 12-string sound and great vocals, and I want to give that a brief honorable mention shout out, despite the inside humor we share about it. My number 48, more cliched classic rock staples. It's Carry On Wayward Sun by Kansas. Nice and mood shifting and semi-pretentious, and the piano and the guitars and the vocals and the dramatic lyrics, and I just love it. You know,
Of course.
all the what do you mean? Of course.
Of course, the Queen fanatic.
The further up we go on this list, John, the more parts, the more ridiculous idiocy is gonna exist in these songs. I mean, you know that, right?
Yep.
You know that, viewers, right? Because we don't know if they're viewers.
We'll table that for now. My number 47, what a great song title.
Oh boy.
Re-education through labor. And this is Rise Against. This is one
Yes.
of their most triumphant songs in my eyes. It's kind of just, it's in a dystopia. They're rebelling against it. I dare you to hear the intro and not like
run.
physically jump into the air as the kind of big like drop happens. One of their greatest riffs out there with the.
I think this and Prayer of the Refugee are tied for me in top Rise Against songs.
And both just that incredible drama and tension that Rise Against are really good at.
Drama rises.
They do a lot of great songs. I think both of those really stand out. Those two, and maybe like Help Is On The Way too with that riff.
Yeah, so the ones with the parts in them. Damn it, me!
I guess Prayer of the Refugee really builds over the course
Prayer
of it.
of the Refugee, Help Is On The Way, and maybe not so much Re-Education.
I guess they have like olive bridges that change things up a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're still following the classic Rise Against formula, though.
Yeah, Re-Education is great. Like the bridge quiets down a lot, and then it slowly comes back in with like the bass pound. I won't crawl.
Yeah, it's like such a great build.
For you. All right,
I guess that's
what's your
screaming
number?
it out.
47.
47. Really?
47.
This is, of course. All right, and this song is called The Breaking Bad Finale. I mean, it is Baby Blue by Badfinger, R.I.P.
Alternatively, someone getting their kneecap shot in.
Oh, that's right, and the rat crawls around. Yep, you see the rat above. Yeah, wow, this song has become associated with a lot of dark moments, including the real life story behind Baby Blue. If you don't already know that, I think shortly after the song came out, the lead singer committed suicide. So really, this just keeps going in dark directions. But it's such a great pop song, such a great pop rock song, kind of Beatles-esque, kind of its own thing. It's just beautiful. The song is beautiful.
Has anyone ever done a Badfinger cover band and call it Goodfinger?
I'm sure it's been talked about when people are talking about joke cover bands, and they're like, we're going to call it Goodfinger. I know that one. I know those two songs. Yeah.
All right, both of these next two are interesting. These are both artists that only have one song of theirs, but that song was good enough to make my top list. And this one is in what Mia would call the Blue Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah.
So this would be Black by Okkervil River.
Good choice for the Blue Hall of Fame, yeah.
And this is sung from the perspective of someone who's like either like is close to in some way, unspecified, to somebody who's been like, assaulted or in that abused by their relative, and it's kind of like, it's talking about kind of what happened. It's talking about kind of his reactions to it, of like how he wishes he were like some like large cat that could rip out the guy's throat, that type of thing.
And she's just like, no, forget it. Yeah.
Yeah, and she wants to forget it. Yeah, it's just very cathartic.
Brilliantly
song.
done.
Yeah,
tearing up thinking about it. Damn it. This came out when we were like video gaming the other night, and it was just like, all right, we're gonna move on. Number 46, we're going with more rock radio staples. Go Your Own Way by Fleetwood Mac. Nice, vengeful song, and yes, I'm aware of how much discord it caused within the band and still causes with people, especially like, packing up, shacking up's all you want to do. Stevie Nicks would get like so pissed off hearing about it. But I think the band was in shambles, obviously, and the personal things were not great, but I think they brought the song. I think it's part of what makes the song so good. They took those feelings, wrote about them, and God, it feels real, and just like the energy of the song is great. I mean, I would like Fleetwood Mac more if they did more things like this and like Don't Stop and like the stuff that kind of is a little
more
edgier.
Rock to it.
Yeah. Now, I mean, from what I understand, they're like, when they're a live band, they are just a rock band. Like, Kyle's told me this. Like, they just rock out. Kyle, my keyboardist friend. They just rock out. And I wish they would do that more on the album. Yeah. I mean, yeah, great stuff, certainly.
My number 45 is very different from the 46. So there's no trauma here, unless it's maybe trauma inflicted on low-quality rappers. This is Hypocrite by Tone Deaf.
Yeah, just a little
about
different.
as polar opposite as you could get.
I love this song.
Yes, this is just a collection of amazing one-liners. Like
Tone Deaf ain't a rapper, he just talks fast.
well, here's a slow fuck you for your stalled ass.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite. Also the one about the, what was it, the hip-hop website. It was,
What do you do if you're a dick? Nobody likes you and don't get liked. What, you start your own hip-hop website. Yeah, that's one where the delivery really helps.
Stop your own hip-hop. Yeah, you had to do it right.
They ain't throwing tomatoes, but full bottles of Prego.
It's such a great collection of just, like, open the book of, like, disses and there everything is.
Yeah, and the beat is this great, like, jaunty piano kind of beat.
Just kind of adds to the humor of the song. Yeah. I at least assume it's supposed to be comical.
Oh, yeah. This is, like, purely comedic. I'm sure he's, like, pissed off at someone, but
like, they made it into something funny.
Yeah, it's like Death on Two Legs, but even more on the humor side of the
equation. Yeah, Death on Two Legs, like, still feels angry. Whereas, like, this one definitely takes it much more in the make fun of your ass direction.
Yeah.
My number 45 is Crazy on You by Heart. Another... God damn it,
like
so many radio staples. Ugh. What have I done? You're going to get climb higher up and they're going to be like, I've never heard this. This is like this uber popular band, and I'm like, I don't know what this is. But no, Crazy on You by Heart. But as obvious as it gets, love that intro, love the rest of the song. The intro kind of makes the song happen in a great way. Obviously a great band, Heart, but both sisters, really the whole band.
Interesting. I mean, I would have had you as more classic rock than me. One thing I just saw is all five out of my 6 are from the 2000s. There's a lot of 2000s on my list. Interesting.
Spotify has introduced me to the fact that I think my favorite 2 eras of music are like 70s and 2000s. God, there was a lot made in both.
Yeah, I think for me it's like 80s and 2000s.
It's just, but it's
so
interesting.
Many of the great, like, indie rock and alternative rocks from the 80s.
I see another 2000.
Here's another 2000. Oh, yeah, these next 2 are both 2000 numbers. But coming out is one that will be about 30 or more places higher on Mia's list, Knights of Sidonia.
More than that.
So we will save it for then. It is a great Western epic, Muse's signature song. Gotta love it.
You get to that part in the concert, and it's like, it's both my favorite part of the concert and my least favorite part of the concert, because it's always their closer.
Yep.
It's like, damn it, show's over! Oh, but yes, Knights of Sidonia! As soon as you hear that harmonica, it's like, oh, man. Oh, yes! But yeah, number 44, a little bit different. Carry On. Really the only similarity is harmonies. By Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, which I wrote really tinily. Which is, great vocal song. And the way it kind of shifts throughout is great. Kind of like the first half is like very, very aggressive acoustic. And then it kind of goes into a little bit more of a classic soulful rock sound. And just kind of throughout, the whole song is maintained as really complicated harmony, as they do in CSNY.
Very talented vocalists, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And what's it about?
I think it's actually about, like, the discord that was within the band at the time, but, like, maybe said
they
in
had
more...
the app 30 years early?
Yeah, they were really angry about Discord not connecting one day.
Can you believe what President Nixon did?
Post
at Heart of Buffalo Springfield.
Post
yeah,
Nixon
they're
gif.
not happy about that.
I love this image. I want this to become a meme.
Neil Young's username isn't Heart of Buffalo Springfield. It's he is a crook.
Yes, make it happen. Somebody in the parody universe.
It'd be like that. The IRC of World War II leaders. Do you remember that?
I think I do. Yes. Oh goodness.
All right, my number 43 is "Stuck Between Stations" by the Hold Steady. This
in the
is
Mississippi
kind of like,
River.
Yeah, this is one of their more normal sounding songs. It's kind of I love all of them, but this is kind of one that just stands on its own really well. It's a perfect opener to Boys and Girls in America, my favorite album by them. It's this perfect, just kind of like, you know, Springsteen influenced rocker. It's just like big riff, and then it's got like a nice piano bridge with the kind of guitar solo kicking in. Just like perfect little structured song.
Well, whenever I think of this song now, and I assume I'm remembering the right song, is the moment in concert where he just like, this is the one about the chaperon, right? That they starts mentioning a chaperone. No, that's a different one.
That's Massive Nights.
That's
yeah.
Massive Nights. Okay, well then no, I've got the wrong song. he just kind of like started stammering out the chaperone, then it just like went into a super peaceful organ intro to something else. Facial expression to match.
You have the album right though.
Yeah, I do have the album right. It was like something in that vein, yeah. But anyway, that's my mistaken digression. We already discussed this song, so keep it brief. Don't stop till you get enough. It's a banger, a sausage. It's a sausage.
It's a banger with mash. Yep.
It's a banger with mash, and yeah, it's a sausage. It's a nice sausage of a disco song, yeah.
Don't talk about Michael Jackson's sausage, Mia.
Ew.
My number 42, getting out of the 2000s, is "Crime in the City" by Neil Young, who I guess we just saw.
He is a crook.
Speaking of, he is a crook on Discord, on Buffalo Springfield Discord. And I'd say, you know, specifically the live version off of Weld. But yeah, this is just this kind of, you know, it's quintessential Neil Young. He's got kind of his, you know, his electric guitar going on. He's got his noisy solos. And then just like lyrically, it's this kind of like
scathing
pastiche. Yeah, scathing pastiche. A nice turn of phrase.
Scathing pastiche, our next
A scathing
EP.
pastiche, yep, for our next EP of just kind of all these different things with like crime. And it's kind of like this rambling narrative. You know, he's got like these corrupt cops and he's got the crime and he's got like, then it's like himself as a kid getting kicked out of somewhere. I'm not sure whether it's all the same person. I don't know if it all is one narrative, but either like all the like kind of verses are great. Neil Young's at a great, you know, vocalness.
Signature stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
He definitely has a very like endearing voice.
Yeah, it's like it's electric guitar Neil Young in a nice 6 minutes perfect chunk.
Neil. John's favorite song.
Yeah. Is that your number 42?
No, my number 42 is. This is weird. I don't have anything by the Eagles, but I do have "The Boys of Summer" by Don Henley, which is great. I just love how 80s this song is, and I also what?
No, nothing.
You're just like looking at me like. Hey, stop looking like that. the boys of summer. I love how much this song like just like sparkles. Damn it, sparkles in like that 80s way, that 80s synthy way, and I love the lyrics of it, and I love. Really, John, you never make it to the last verse, but the last verse makes the song. You know, like what? It's a punch in the gut. It's like, somewhere on the road today, I saw a Deadhead sticker on a Cadillac. I thought to myself, don't look back, you can never look back. I thought I knew what love was, what did I know? I should just let it go, but I can see you guys. Like, you know, this is he kind of reveals it was a long time ago that this happened. This love affair happened, and it's just like, yeah, I see this Deadhead sticker on a catalog, like this businessman who's kind of being a hypocrite with this Deadhead sticker, like two polar opposites. And it's just like, what have I become? I'm still clinging to this thing. And it's just kind of like, I'm old, man. Because, Don Henley in the 80s, not exactly a spring chicken, I don't think, so it makes sense. It's a punch in the gut, that one. But I love it. And the way it ends, the way it kind of goes out with the guitar solos, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I probably always get to like one verse and chorus, and then I've had enough of it. So maybe I'll have to listen to the end at some point. I probably have literally never heard this end you're referring to with the guitar solos.
You should probably hear it once. You may not even agree with me at the end, but you know what? You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
All right, and ending on more, or I guess you still have one after this, but ending my batch on another classic note. We have a lot of classic artists here. This is "Tangled Up in Blue" by Bob Dylan.
Early in the morning.
This kind of like "Crime in the City" in that it's not that it's telling this like amazing story, but just each kind of like chapter of it is told like so amazingly. Like, Bob Dylan, his voice gets a lot of shit, but I think like
it makes it work.
Yeah, and I think here it's great. He's just got so many great turns of phrase. Just a great lyrical thing, great kind of and a very kind of a little livelier than a lot of his arrangements. Like, it's not one of the like purely acoustic, like there's some drums, so they like kick in a little at the halfway point of each verse to give it just a little more momentum.
It makes the acoustic guitar almost a little riffy. Yeah, like a little ding 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 ding,
Yeah, it's got like kind of this very, I bet that's a difficult part to play.
Yeah, I think it's like at least like relatively difficult for sure.
So yeah, just great Dylan song.
Also my favorite Dylan song.
But you put "The Boys of Summer" on instead of it.
Yeah, well, you're looking at me like this, like it's the, well, my number 41, maybe a little less classic. Out of the Black by Royal Blood, probably falsely inflated because I have such affection for it as being like the first song I heard by them.
Which one is that?
It's the first song on their debut album. I don't think you kept it.
That's not going to help me.
Yeah, no, it's the one that's kind of like this big like drum hook of it. Don't. But and then it kind of kicks way in, like you'll.
I think they must have done that live. Yeah.
They definitely. I think they closed with it live, and it was great. So, but yeah, it's like definitely a song that skews Muse, which is no surprise. But it's just such a great song, and just kind of like the first thing that made me go, "That's a bass." Lemon knife.
And then "Out of the Blood," here we were.
Yeah, we were making this when he sold 3 albums. Now we have 6. Good night. And we'll see you next week.
On Arena.